Hi again, folks. How's all doing? Well, here we have a Hornby Henry that was sent to me by Margaret. She also sent me the Hornby Gordon a few weeks ago. She says she got this and it seemed to be in pretty good condition, but when she ran it, the valve gear fell apart. Poor old Henry. So we can't try running him. We'll just have to shove him into the shed. You'll have to go head first. Oh dear. Right, let's get a look at Henry. So this is locomotive driven, but it's got, I think it's got the Ringfield motor casing in the tender, so it's one of those ones. There's an issue there with some of the tender wheels, that's why it was misbehaving when I was pushing it into the shed. Just get the endoscope here. We've got problems with the tyres, they're loose. So we'll get a look at that. The locomotive, so yeah, this has all come apart. I think possibly what's happened here is these have got sort of splayed out and this has just popped out, and yeah, it's all come to bits. Margaret's given me a bag of bits and bobs. Hopefully that'll be helpful. On the other side we can see this wheel's out of position. This rod's got a bit bent. The pickup here has been bent out, and the contacts on the drawbar there completely mangled. It's normally these ones that get mangled. I haven't seen those ones mangled up before. So it kind of looks to me like a little pair of hands has been fiddling around with this. You know, I think Hornby recommend these for over 3 years old, but you know, with those drawbars, I think adults struggle with them, never mind kids. Right, okay, so I think we have to get the body off and see what's what. We've got a screw underneath the drawbar there. Let's get that out the road. To come out. Yep. Okay. The condition of this otherwise is excellent. I think first of all I want to sort this wheel out. So I'm going to undo that crank pin. Ooh, that's not fitting. Oh, it's a different size of crank pin. I don't like resorting to pliers with these wee things, but I don't have anything that's going to fit that otherwise. So you can see how bent this rod is. Bend it back. The metal in these rods is so soft. Right, okay. Pop that back on. That's what happens when you use pliers on these. It tends to chew the heads up. Right, okay. That all looks a bit better. So on this side, I think this needs a little bit of straightening up, and I think this needs brought together a bit. Then should be able to get this back in. like so. That's how it should be. Alright. What else is going on here? So loop that onto there. Loop that onto there. And we need a spacer. I think there's one in this little bag of pieces. Yep, there's one. I don't know if it's the right size, but put that on there. I think, hang on. Just looking at the other side. No, we've got bits missing. I should actually have two spacers. There's that one, and there's that one either side of this rod. And I don't have either of them. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, I'm going to have a rake through my rods and sods collection. Just to see what I've got. I do have spacers, but I don't think I've got the wee thin one. Oh, wait a minute, what's that? The other thing I'm missing is the crank pin. I think I've got one of them. I'm just going to put one of these on. I think it'll still work okay. It's going to be slightly different on this side, but I think it'll still work. Put that on there, and then that's going to go on there. So, I need to find a crank pin. There's one there. See if this fits. Get this out of the way just now. Okay, put that one together. Let's give everything a wee bit of a bend here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, something's locked up. I'm developing a real dislike of Hornby models from this era, this particular configuration, because there always seems to be problems with the drive gear and the movement. So let's disengage the motor. Right, okay, we'll get a wee bit cocktail stick underneath the motor there. Right, let's see. Right, so something is locking up. It's okay in reverse, but it locks up going forwards. Right, okay. Are any of the pickups getting caught in the wheels? That's the first thing to check if you have that problem where it's only locking up in one direction. Check the pickups. No, they seem to be okay. It's locking up there. What's causing that? So what I do to diagnose the problem is get it to the point where it locks up, and then just gently touch the rods and see which ones are tight and which ones are still loose. They all seem okay. That seems okay. That's tight. So it's this that's locking up. That's okay. These rods are in a bit of a state. They're bent at the ends. I think if I straighten those out, straighten this out a bit, this rod here, I don't know if you can see, but it's bent there. So I'm going to undo this again and get these rods off and straighten them up. I've had a look online to see if I could get the double spacer, same as the other side, but no, can't see it. And the server sheet for this model just shows single spacer, so don't know what's going on. So you can see the end of that rod is bent. So a pair of parallel pliers. I'll straighten that up. I mean, the metal that these things are made of is ridiculously soft. Right, that's a bit better. Right, let's see if I can just bring the end of that in. This is so annoying that it doesn't fit into my little spanner. And it should. Right, let's see what this is like now. That's better. Right, let's re-engage the motor. Doesn't look too bad lubrication wise. We'll get some fresh stuff in. Let's just see if this runs okay now. Get this back on. Right, let's see. That looks better. Right, okay. We'll get in there in a minute to lube that up. Let's have a look at this drawbar. Blimey. So very mangled lower contacts on this drawbar. Not seen that before. Let's see if we can bend these back into position. Do this very gently. Right, I think I'll probably work at that. Splay these ones out a wee bit to avoid any potential short. I think that looks okay. Alright, okay. Let's get a look at the pickups on this. Alright, yeah, usual bucket load of oil in here, but it's clean oil. It'll be the original lubrication, just to let you see. There's a lot of oil in there, but it's not dirty. We'll mop it up a bit. Let's get this pickup out. Or has this got a wire attached to it? Yes, it does. Okay, so I can't get it out. Let's just mop up some of this oil. Right, get that out the road. I just want to bend that pick up a bit. And that one. That'll do it. I think so. The model's in very good condition. You know, I'm not having to scoosh out lots of dirt and brush out fibres or anything. It's fine. Right, pickup sorted. We'll get open this up again. And I'll put a wee bit of fresh lubrication down in here. Right, get that out, and we'll put some gear oil down in there. There is grease in there. That looks pretty clean. A wee bit of gear oil will keep it nice. Right, okay. Right, okay, that's the locomotive sorted. Okay, let's go look at this tender, because yeah, issues with the wheels. Take that off. It's got the pickups on it and everything else. What's this story with these wheels? What's going on? Will they just push on? Yeah, I think they will. There. Right, that'll do it. I think that's better. Okay. Henry runs again. Let's go and pull him out of the shed. Okay then, let's bring out Henry. So there we go, that's Henry running again for Margaret, a model in excellent, very clean condition, I have to say, but seems to have suffered at the hands of little fingers or has just been mishandled a bit by an adult. I really do think Hornby should have made these Thomas the Tank Engine models a lot more robust than they are, to withstand the handling that they're inevitably going to experience. Soft metal rods and those drawbars with the contacts have just no place on these models, I don't think. Keep them simple and keep them robust for kiddies. The two wee spacers were missing from the valve gear that was in pieces. I couldn't find replacements, so just fitted a single spacer as normal, and it works fine. The rods were very badly bent, so needed a lot of bending back into shape to get this to run properly. The wheels on the tender had loose tyres, which again I think has been down to little fingers. Although, the model, as I say, is in otherwise perfect condition, so maybe it's just been subjected to a lot of shuggling around and stuff. Who knows? He's running now, that's what matters. Right, I shall get him packed up and sent back off to Margaret. Catch you later, folks.